Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Monday, September 8th. We're just cruising right through September. Let's see what the market looks like. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Here we go. Heat map's pretty green, guys. Mag 7's up. The rest of it's a little flat, but mostly green right there. And let's look at our SPY. It is up a little bit right there, $1.45. Not looking bad, trying to curl up, hitting these lines. And again, it is getting set up. It's keeping itself up and looking good. And let's look and see what's going on with our Joe Leach jumpers this morning. And we'll check out the SPY Mag 7 big cap, see what you guys want to do. Circle right there. Let's look at it. Apparently Congressman Breschon or somebody's buying this, and he's also sitting on the committee on framework for stable coins, also Kappa, some big catalyst there, JB. So let's see what our circle's up to. CRCL, we've been looking at it. It's down here, and it is getting set up right there. It's getting to be in a good spot. We had watched this thing when it initially launched right there on the IPO, and it's still actually up. So it is up if you initially bought it, but it did run up pretty good, and it is getting set up back there again. So we have kept an eye on Circle, and Kappa right there is running up into the top. Might get up there, has some resistance at your $2. So see if it can hit up there today right there. And there you go, Mr. JB. And let's look at our Joey's jumpers right now, ACRV. Let's take a look at Acrivon Therapeutics, and that one is jumping up right there. Let's see if it was continuing from the other day. I do remember that Friday running up there. So there you go. It opened at 184, and it actually pulled back there this morning. So ACRV, but I do remember that jumping up there Friday. CIGL, let's see what that is. CIGL, Concord International, and this thing was jumping up the Thursday, Friday, and then a little bit of just hanging out there today. So we'll see if that one can continue to move. That could pull back. Our GFAI, Guard Force AI right here, this one is actually getting set up still, and it is curling up, trying to get moving there. That one's a good one to keep an eye on. And that hour had run up last week. We had looked at that one Thursday and the Friday. That was a nice one. OPAD right here has been just kind of hanging out. But OfferPad Solutions looks like it could be pulling back. It'll probably roll off the MACD, but you have some dippage. And here is your open door. It was up to like 695, 698 there. I did see it this morning, and it was cruising. So there you go with open door. And OPTX right here. Let's see what that's up to. OPTX. That looks like it was kind of dipping down. It had run up there Friday, but it looks like if that's today's date, it should be, yeah. And it is pulling back a little bit, but definitely ran up the other day. Our Oscar right here is continuing the run up. We look at that one, and Paraso or whatever, Paraso right there, that ran up on Friday, just kind of hanging out this morning. And PT right here is Pintech Technology. And let's see, that one looks like it might have spiked up today, 165 to 198. It's at 126 right now. So it did run up early. And RAPP, there you go with that one. That one was cruising along. Rapper 1905. It caught up to like 40 something. So there you go with that one. RAPP, that one was cruising along as well. And Octo is cruising along this morning. And I did see that one early, and that is in the top. So there you go with that. And TNFA off the reverse split right there. And we've been looking at it, so keep your eye on that. It does look pretty good. And VTAC is Catheter Precision. And let's see what this one did, VTAK. And that's actually a good setup right there for that Catheter Precision. So there you go with VTAC, and there you are with your Joey's jumpers. Thank you very much. And yeah, Octo looking really good right there, I must say. That's been cruising along this morning. And let's see what else is going on in our market right here. We'll go through our SPY, Mag 7, and all them guys. Our SPY is up $1.41, looking pretty good starting off on a Monday right here. So, and I'm telling you, these markets are getting ready, guys. I know we've been saying it. Crypto's looking good. Everything's looking pretty good. So it's going to be exciting. Apple's trying to cruise up there. It's in the top, and it doesn't look bad. Isn't there? Their Apple Day is tomorrow, so we might get more of a spike up there going into that Apple Day. And Amazon right here is definitely setting up to get up there past that 240, looking pretty good. And what about Google running up some more right there? So not looking bad. And Meta right here had run up last week. It's still running up a little bit, not looking bad. It's hitting the MACD. Might not get through right there, but it is getting set up, as you can see. And Microsoft was up this morning, jumping back up, and I think that did have its bottom possibly on Friday. Took that nice dip. You could have another little pullback on it, but it did bounce up this morning. I did see that, and we were actually looking at the ETF, and it looked pretty good last night. And it was what, MSFD or something like that. And there you go, MSFD right there. And it was looking pretty good Friday, but just a little flat there. And it could obviously change back and go up a little bit more. And the video right here is up a little bit. And that looks like it could be trying to bottom out there Friday, but we'll see. It did level down a little, and we'll see if it wants to continue to stair step down. We knew that was coming down. And Tesla is looking good, guys. And that's busting up there, cruising along. So there you go with Tesla. And it is looking nice. So check that one out. And AMC was up this morning. I did see, no, GameStop was up this morning. AMC was just kind of hanging out. GameStop has their earnings coming up, guys. And that is tomorrow. I'm sorry. Tomorrow's GameStop's earnings. So we'll be watching that. And like I said, AMC is up a penny, just kind of hanging out. But that one you can see is getting really set up. And our Chewy right here has been looking good, and it continues to run up there. And Unity as well. So them two have been looking good, running up. Netflix right here, if we can get to it. There we go. And it is trying to bounce back up there. And again, that one's going to be a great one, guys. It's going to continue to move up, Netflix. And let's see what else is going on with our semiconductors right now. AVGO had that nice bounce up on Friday. It's still in the top, not looking bad there. MU right here is a little bit of pullback, but still a little jumped up a little bit and not looking bad as well. And let's see what TSM is doing right now, because I had jumped up in a little healthy pullback. So them guys are all setting up to be pretty bullish as well, looking pretty good. SMCI has been down there making a base, and that is also getting set up there. So again, you have a little bit of time. AMD had that nice pullback, and maybe that's going to be bottoming out right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on AMD to see when that gets ready to turn back around. It'll be a great opportunity right there. And how about your QCOM right here is getting set up to roll off and cruise up some more. Good old Snow trying to bounce back up after it had a little pullback there, and it looks pretty good. And PayPal's looking pretty good again, and that one's definitely getting set up. So it just has like a couple weeks right there. Intel's been holding itself up there. Could have a little bit of drawback, but it will continue to move up. It's got a big setup right there, so it's just kind of hanging out. We'll have to see where it wants to go. Dell not looking bad to get curled up and move. And of course, IBM's been looking good and cruising up there and slowly but surely making its way up. Palantir looks like it's trying to base out. It could come down a little bit more right there, guys. So we'll be keeping an eye on Palantir to see what it wants to do. And Sophie's setting up to run up some more as well. Just watch for a little pullback. And Mara and Riot are getting right there, guys. Bitcoin's looking real good. Crypto's looking good. There you go at Riot. Riot looking good. And CleanSpark right there is not looking bad. And of course, your MicroStrategy, that's actually pulled back this morning. We'll have to look and see. Bitcoin's at 111, almost 112. Ethereum's at 43.19. Solana's at 214 right now, just ripping along. And also talking about Ripple's at 294 and getting ready to go crazy. So we'll just take a quick look at them bad boys real fast, and you can see right there, there's our Bitcoin right around that 112 area, and it is curled up, looking good, popping up there. Ethereum is getting back ready to move, so you'll be keeping an eye on these. Solana's looking good, as we had mentioned, and that thing's getting rolling. And here's Ripple right here, and good old Ripple wants to get ripping. Doge is looking pretty good as well, I must say. So Doge was popping up there looking good. Cardano not bad right there. That wants to move. And Stellar had been making a base, and now that's curling up looking good. Chainlink had been pulling back, and now it looks like it's trying to get moving again. So that's pretty good. SUI right here, not looking bad. And of course, OP is our optimism, and that looks pretty optimistic right now. And I know ETF was up a little bit from last night. I looked at it this morning. It wasn't a whole lot right there, but it was up some. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Let me get to that chart. Yeah, 564. So it is, like I said, bottomed out, and it's got a nice little green candle. The thing wants to move. So these things are bottomed out, looking pretty good right there. And that is your crypto report and ETF 500. Let's keep on cruising along. Octo just keeps on cruising up there, RAPP, and that Ford keeps running up there. So they were three I saw this morning at 4 a.m. right there. I was up looking at the market. I did not trade any of them. I was just checking it out, seeing what's going on. But I do know now these things get ripping, and they look good like that. They're going to continue, and I'll have to be up and be checking these crazy ones out and trading them. TM right here rolling up to that 200. Luis Rodriguez. It's going to stay in that little channel. It looks like it has that resistance right above it, but it will break over that 202 relatively soon right there. And let's see what else is going on here with Robinhood, because remember that got added to the S&P 500 and it's jumped up there. That was looking pretty good. And let's see what Coinbase is doing right there. And that thing is getting set up. Had a nice dip Friday, and Coinbase is looking pretty good, I must say. And let's see what else. Bull, what Webull was trying to get set up. It had a little bit of pullback. Let's see. And Space, SPCE, I'm telling you guys, this thing looks pretty good and wants to get cruising. Boeing had a little bit of pullback. That looks like it might have bottomed off the 50 there Friday. So that was a good pullback Friday, it looks like. And now it's moving. DJT, not bad right there. Looks really good. And Fun is getting set up, guys. So DJT and Fun both looking really good right there. McDonald's is down a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Could be just pulling back lightly to get set up. And, of course, our Disney is getting ready to get cruising again. So keep your eye on that. Oxy trying to bounce back up right here with our oil and gas ones, and ExxonMobil not looking bad right there. Of course, Gush won't be moving, but RBNE, that was moving up this morning, looking pretty decent. I did see that one right there. It was jumping around. And TMDE as well. That one's flat right now, but that's looking pretty good right there. So keep an eye on them too. And let's see what else is going on up here. And UNH continues to climb up. We were talking about that one as well. And United Health, there you go. That's up. That's looking pretty good to continue. And Samuel Adams right there jumped up a little bit. They have their fall beer out. CIIT right there looking to test 129. Let's take a look at it. Tansy International. It's a Hong Kong one. It did pull off that bottom right there. It will test that 81 area right there, and we'll see what's going on first when it hits that 20. But I don't know if you're going to crawl through immediately, but it will get set up there in the next few weeks for you there. JB and RR is Rich Tech Robotics, and what are they up to this morning? They could be cruising. And it's getting set up again. I remember it ran up. We were looking at it the other day, and now that bottomed out Friday, and you're getting crawled up. So Friday was just a nice, easy pullback, and it was good. And HERZ, good old Herzfeld, credit something, and this thing's crawling up there, looking pretty good. Yeah, credit thing that's setting up JB. That's not looking bad right there. You could get some nice run up on that. And QuantumScape QS is up $1. We were looking at that last night. That's looking really good. Wrote that one down, and that is looking nice. Adobe right here was looking pretty good too going into the earnings. So keep an eye on that. And that MPWR, that one was that monolithic one, and that is up $2 and has a little resistance there. So there you go with that one. We were talking about it because I couldn't pronounce the name. And let's see what else is going on over here. If anything else we missed, let me take a quick look and see. We just been cruising right through our pre-markets here. And again, these markets are getting set up, guys. Holy cow, they look beautiful. I can tell you that right now. So we will be having a good time in the next few months. I promise you that. And like I said, I was up early. I just wasn't posting anything. I just checking out the market and doing some work early this morning. So yeah, I'm getting ready, and I'll be up each day, and I'm getting set up in my new schedule and ready to work. So I can't wait, guys. It's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, we're going to have a great time in this market right here. And let's see what else is going on. What's that Pew doing right here? That was trying to set up. That's just flat, not doing anything just yet. It is a Monday morning. Don't forget about your Viking right here. That's down a little bit, but that's getting set up. And LMT, Lockheed Martin, pulling back a little bit. How about AppLovin right there? And that thing shot up. How about that? APP. Oh, not with an F, but APP right there. And there you go. I know it was running up there on Friday to 537 this morning, 528 to 531. That's where it's at right now. So that one's not looking bad. And like I said, your Mag 7's pretty green right there. Oracle looks really good. ORCL, and that's jumping up there looking pretty nice. So keep your eye on ORCL. Keep an eye on that one as well. And let's see, what else do we want to take a quick look at? I know Bren Miller, this thing was getting set up. It's just flat right there. So keep your eyes on that one right there. And the CLRO, that's up. That was looking pretty good last night as well. And Laptop Travel just got in from our 4 a.m. Warriors. So there you go. It was a crazy. Like I said, I was just checking it out this morning just to see how it works. And I will be jumping into them, that's for sure. Genprex right there. We were talking about that the other day. I remember we saw it on the scanner there, Doge Mama 9, and it did run up there, not looking too bad. I remember when we were going through the scanner, that one popped up there. And speaking of the scanner, let's look at it. We were talking about Octo. Here's Conduit Pharmacy. Oh, yeah, they changed their name to CDT Equity right there, and it's dipping down. AREB dipping down pretty well, too. MBOT was jumping up there, and DVLT Data Vault, that's way down there. So a couple good ones to take a look at. And our NXTT, we're just keeping an eye on that to see when it gets ready. BMR right there was running around, and RAPP jumped up. Open Door was looking good. IXHL, that one's getting set back up right there, guys. And that Genprex right there, not bad. And we did look at this YAAS, and it was pulling back, and it still is. And let's see, that Sky Q, whatever it is, Sky Quarry. I remember looking at that the other day. Only one page of on that side right there. Let's see what's on this side right here. NPT, CDT, Octo, and there's that Ford FORD. This thing was cruising along there this morning, guys. I did see this one moving, and RAPP. I saw this one moving this morning. So you can get up and catch the good ones, and they do keep that momentum going. So I will just be swing trading them pretty quick right there. So there you go. Octo is up. That one's really nice right there. I was looking at it this morning, and that thing's blasting up 200% right there. So, and the FORD was looking really good, that Ford. So, and RAPP. So some good ones right there, I must say. And there you go. Let's see, what's our news say right here. Inflation reports to deliver a reality check ahead of the Fed. And I don't even know, it's consumer credit today. And then NFIB, small business optimism, and then mortgage applications, and then you get your core PPI and your core CPI are Wednesday and Thursday. So that's what we're looking at right there. And then obviously it's what next week we'll get the Fed cut. So I mean, we're just cruising right along September, and it's going to be moving, and markets are setting up beautifully. Politics and payrolls, these are the stock market trades to make going. What? These are the stock market trades to make going into the end of the year, according to Goldman Sachs. Stock futures tick higher to start the week as traders look ahead to key inflation data, and Dow futures rise on hopes for faster rate cuts there. So, and again, guys, that 50 rate cut starting to cruise up. I could see him trying to do like a 50 right there, but I don't know if you're going to see it completely get there. But I'll tell you what, it's in the ballpark now. It wasn't even in the ballpark. No is out the question. I'm telling you, there's definitely a rate change coming. That's for sure. And so that is what we're looking at the moment right there. Let me see what else we have. We did our crypto, our big caps Mag 7. we did our news stories and we saw what's going on, what's going to be popping here, what's looking pretty decent, that's for sure. Who's doing some insider buying? Let's see who's going on here. What's going on there? NVCR right there, and it looks pretty good. ADC, SAFT. I always just scroll through these. There's our Blink charging right there, and they're doing some insider buying, huh? So PBI right there, Pitney Bowes, that one's a good one, jumped up. I know that's a big position for Ben. And let's see what else is going on here. Who else is buying inside? Again, I go through all these all the time and look down and just go through everything. We just kind of look at the active and the volume one first thing in the morning, but they're all pretty good. Overbought over here and oversold, and earnings after, earnings before. So you can see exactly what's going on in the market at all times. And we already talked about our PPI and CPI coming up this week. So all kinds of good stuff happening right there. And there you go. I would say it's a pretty good pre-market review, I must say. Let's see if there's anything trending over here that we did miss, and then we'll find out if that's it right there. I know that Ford is FORD, and it's not Ford Motor, it's FORD is Forward Industries. Couldn't think of it. I was looking at it this morning, and it did shoot up there into the top. AST Space Mobile's been pulling back there. It looks like it's dipping down a little bit more. How about Gyro right here? That thing was running up, as a matter of fact. And Robinhood obviously joined the S&P 500, and this one was looking pretty good. SATS, not sure what they're up to, but this is a telecom service company, and was looking pretty good. SpaceX, that's how you can get in SpaceX to spend $17 billion on wireless spectrum licenses owned by EchoStar. And there you go. Look at that EchoStar. This thing right here, SATS, that jumped up when IBM or somebody was buying. Who else bought them? I forget who it was. I forget who the hell it was. But anyway, they definitely had a bunch of these what are they called? Spectrum licenses. AT&T, that's I think who it was when they bought them. Yeah, AT&T, I think, or somebody, I forget. Somebody bought like all kinds of them licenses. But here you go. And SpaceX is also doing it. So not only can you get in DXYZ, but now the SATS is another way to get into SpaceX, which is a privately owned company by Elon right there. So yes, it was AT&T that were buying them. So there you go with that. So yeah, that one looking pretty good right there. And there you go, guys. I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review right there. Gyro, Hood, SATS, Ford, RAPP, BDRX. What is that one? We've looked at this. Yeah, that Biodexa. I knew that we looked at this before, and that thing is trying to crawl up. It's hitting the 50 right there. Oh yeah, MCRB was running up this morning as well. I did see that one that had jumped up there, but it was pulling back. And there you go. I would say that's pretty much everything. And Dogecoin and Bonk were running up this morning. So I'm telling you guys, the crypto is getting ready, and Chewy's looking really good. This thing's been running up here, and it looks like it wants to continue. So there you go, everybody. I would say that is a good pre-market review. And how many leaderships are in the channel? I'm not even sure. AT&T, I'm not sure what you're even asking there, Laptop Travel, to be honest with you, but let me know what you're asking. And let's see, Octo, RAPP, Ford, RCR, MCRB, they were the big poppers right there, that SATS moving. But there you go, everybody. And like I said, CPI and PPI are coming up this week. Which days were they? Wednesday and Thursday, right? PPI is Wednesday, CPI is on Thursday right there. Oh, your leadership was perfect right there. Laptop Travel on the 4 a.m. I like it. So yeah, we'll be getting up and knocking them out of the park each day. And like I said, they start running, guys. They got some momentum and they start moving. So I'll be excited to do that. I just wanted to see what was up with it, and we'll get trading on them, guys. So there you are, everybody. I think that's everything that we have here, and all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So please always do your due diligence and be sure to trade smart and lock in your profits. Any questions, be sure to hit me up on X. I will respond to everybody, and make sure that you trade smart and lock in those profits today. And it does look pretty good. The markets are setting up. I'm telling you guys, these next few months should be amazing between crypto and the market. They should be popping, and everybody should be seeing their accounts grow. We'll definitely be killing it in the Discord. I promise you that. And my night note had some great poppers, guys. I was already going through them, and they were way up there. So that was good. Laptop Travels in there at 4 a.m. He's doing great in there, and everything else. Ben's always in there. Godfather, Kyle, everybody else. So it's pretty wild. And Luis Rodriguez is always posting good stuff on my page. So there you go, everybody. Any questions, let me know. Be sure to follow along on X, YouTube, and Instagram, and all that good stuff, and like the show. And again, that's our pre-market review right there. And you know that we'll be doing the show at 8 p.m. tonight. So we did change the time to 8 p.m. And maybe we'll have some special guests stop by tonight too. Who knows? We'll see what happens with that. But there you go, everybody. So enjoy your Monday, and be sure to trade them smart and lock in these profits here. And we'll continue to crush the market together. So there you are, everybody. And goodbye. Good luck. See you later, and have a great day. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys later.